I've just come up the garden with Cheryl. Dog's followed as well. You can't take your eyes off him.
I can't. I would love a big dog, but I haven't got the space at the minute.
I guess your lifestyle as well must be pretty manic. Yeah, it must be very difficult to do that. You're going to do today's changing track for us.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us why you've chosen this song.
We chose this song because it's very nostalgic for us as a band. It's what we listened to constantly when we first got together, and we just love the person as an artist.
Okay, and do you want to introduce it?
Yes, this is Like I Love You, Justin Timberlake.
That was Justin Timberlake, and it was Like I Love You. That was Girls Aloud's changing track. Cheryl was just talking about why you chose that. When did you first meet? Can you remember the first time that you all got together in a room?
We first all met in the July 6 years ago, in a room all auditioning around a piano, and it was awful. It was really daunting. And I made a connection with Kimberly and Nicola straight off, so we were already quite good friends. And then we always thought Sarah was a nutter. She was always crying.
But she is, isn't she?
No, she is.
Yeah,
We've now discovered that she is. And
she's a likeable nutter.
Yeah, no, we love her. But
she was always crying.
She was always the one that stood out as a potential fruitcake and has blossomed into one since. And then Nadine was always really quite quiet, actually, and quite shy back then, so we didn't get to know her till a little bit further on down the line.
Yeah. And can you remember the early performances that you were doing when you kind of got it together finally?
Yeah, hideous.
In what way?
Just, you were always so nervous, and because of the nature of where we'd came from, there was a lot of pressure, and people were almost expecting and wanting you to do bad then, because it was straight after, well, not long after Hearsay, and people were always expecting the worst, so you had that constant pressure when you were about to perform, which is not nice. So we always messed up a little bit in the beginning, but I feel like over the past few years we've kind of been accepted and people want us to do well, which is a really lovely feeling.
There's definitely been a change. And why do you think that you have succeeded? What do you think it's down to?
I think it's down to the fact that we take risks musically. We've got an amazing team around us, you know, Xenomania, our record company, our management. We all just work as one big team, and it's just been, I suppose, a little bit of luck as well. You know, we've just been lucky enough to have good pop songs.
Yeah, I was going because you could have had really bland songs that people could easily ignore.
And in the beginning, we were so naive that we would have probably, had it been left up to us, released the really bland, boring pop songs.
So it's about having the right people around you. Yeah.
And yeah, you know, sometimes an artist can think, oh, I've established myself now, I'm going to be my own A&R guy, I'm going to be my own marketing person, and it never ever works out. You have to let the professionals do what they're best at and do what you do best, and that's why it works, I think.
You've also played, I mean, you did V Festival, was it this year?
Yeah.
You've kind of done some, you know, more alternative stuff.
I know, which was quite scary.
You could have got bottled off, you know, Daphne and Celeste, people like that. They've had a lot of flack. Why do you think you've not? Any idea?
Well, last year was more terrifying. Sorry, I think it was the year before last was more terrifying because it was the first time we did it, and we were like, oh my God, as soon as a bottle comes to our heads, let's just leave. We'll make that pact now. Got on there, had a rapturous welcome, just everybody thoroughly enjoyed themselves. The tent was rammed, they had to close it off at one point. I don't know, I think it's kind of like all the different styles of music artists have all just accepted us as well, so therefore the public accept us. It's just, we have fun, we don't take ourselves too seriously, people just like to watch us and they enjoy.
Maybe that's the key, not taking ourselves too seriously. You brought something with you to pass over now. Can I just say, we're both perched on this hammock really precariously.
Are you all right?
I am sliding off the hammock. I'm holding on for dear life.
I'm a bit worried
and
about
you've got massively spiky heels on.
I know, I thought.
So if someone can open this bag for us.
Okay.
If someone can hold the back of the hammock, because I am going to fall off.
Talking
it's
about
like a wedding
little
dress.
Girls.
Oh my God. So this is
my tutu that I wore in a ballet.
Oh wow!
And I absolutely love it. And it was made, like, we couldn't afford to have amazing tutus and stuff made, so it was made for free by a good friend of me mother's, and we've kept it for all these years.
Absolutely beautiful, tiny. So 10 when you wore this.
Yeah.
It's got little purple lilac flowers all over it.
And I used to love ballet, so it means quite a lot to me, and I'm going to keep it for when I have my little girls.
Yeah, absolutely, you should do. So you always wanted to do some kind of showbiz, some sort of music related dancing?
From being a kid, I was always, I'm from 5, so I was number 4.
Yeah.
So I suppose somehow I had to stand out, and maybe showing off and dancing around was my way of doing that, but I always loved it, always loved entertaining, and definitely thought I would be a ballerina one day. went to the Royal Ballet School and hated it there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why? Too formal?
I think because I was from a council estate and didn't really have any kind of privileged background, and everybody there was very well educated, and
so you didn't fit in
I just felt like I didn't fit in. I felt like a bit like they were looking down on me a little bit. As much as I had the ability to dance and I loved that side of it, the other side of it, not being able, like, I remember being shocked that I wasn't allowed to eat chips.
No, really?
I was like, what do you mean I can't eat chips? They're like, you're at the Royal Ballet School. And I was like, no, but I just want beans and chips. But they didn't allow it. So
That's
yeah,
so
I always
harsh.
felt a bit out of place.
Okay, we'll play a track. I want to talk more to you, if that's okay. If you can stay here for the next link. We'll play this. We'll play Pendulum, Propane Nightmares, and we'll chat more. I want to talk about X Factor, if that's okay, after this.